All right, we are live. Welcome to the
No
Esports
way.
Experience, Episode 2. I'm your host, Grayson Driverwood. As you can see right there, I'm pointing to it on the monitor. I'm joined by these wonderful guests, Mr. DennisAstro, Smash Player, Overwatch Player
Okay.
Extraordinaire.
Yep.
There it is, I got you. And the Smash Manager, Mr. Graham RibStix
What's
Harper,
up,
because I
guys?
forgot
What's
your
up?
last name. So,
Yeah.
welcome onto the podcast. Happy to have you guys here.
Thanks for having us.
All
Yeah.
right, do you guys have anything you want to say before we get started? Anything you guys feel like you want to get off your chest?
Happy to be here.
Awesome.
Yeah, happy to be here. I invited this guy, and I think that's gonna be a banger episode because we have some good banter. We go back, so
Yeah,
it'll
a
be
little
fun.
bit of history.
A little bit
There's a lot of
history.
history.
Sweet,
Little
sweet.
bit.
All right, well, without further ado, let's get into some of the more recent news. We're going to cover some esports, some esports news first. Then we're going to be moving to GMU news, including match results and upcoming matches and whatnot, and then just a little bit of general discussion. So, if you just joined, thank you for joining. Hopefully, you can stay for the entire thing, and let's get right into it. So, Mr. Producer, first topic, please. I don't know what we're going to cover. It's going to be a mystery bag. I hope you guys are ready. Oh, EG Ethan. So, let me just give you guys a little bit of context. I don't play Valorant, but I know a little bit about the Valorant scene. So, EG Ethan, he's on the Valorant winning team for the World Championships, I believe. And then, like, a week or two after they won the championship, EG, the org, was like, yo, Valorant players, we're going to give you a pay cut, even though you just won Worlds, or you can just leave the organization.
Oh.
So, as you can imagine, that didn't sit well with any of. I mean, there's 2.3 million views on this tweet.
Yeah, that's a crazy
Yeah.
amount.
So, what do you guys think? I mean, isn't that a bit rough?
I mean, I'm not so they won Worlds.
They
and then,
won Worlds.
and then they got pay cut.
They lifted the trophy. They have the option to pay cut or explore other options, which is lingo for get out of
Yeah.
our team, right?
So then, like, how do you do better? Like, if you're on the team
Yeah.
and like you win the biggest event of all time, like, how do you? I mean,
Yeah, for Valorant.
for them,
Yeah, yeah.
like the biggest event that they can at the
Yeah.
time. How do you like do better? Like, how do you
What-
go
what more-
forward from that? Like,
yeah,
what more did it
what
want?
more?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know the specifics behind it, but let's break down this EG Ethan tweet. Mr. Ethan Honor, did you know that he actually played Counter-Strike before he went to Valorant?
I think a lot of Valorant pros
Yeah,
have,
a lot of like
especially the ones that started off in Valorant Esports.
Yeah.
They switched from CS.
yeah, like there's a bunch of big names. Ethan, Wardell, I'm blanking on a lot. Tens,
Yes.
Som, a lot of the bigger names in Valorant started in CS as like tier 2 NA grinders, which
Yeah,
it kind of contributed to the demolition of the NA scene, but hey, we're on the rebound, right?
yeah,
There are actually, I don't want to harp on this for too long, but there's a lot of Valorant players now who are like exploring returns to CS, so that's wonderful
really?
to see as a CS manager.
Yeah.
But basically the tweet says, if you can't read, he misses the old esports. If you were good, you were on a good team. When there was something to grind for, and if you did it successfully, you got to reap the benefits, where winning was everything. I don't know. I mean, I know exactly where to start. I completely agree. Your performance should be the only thing that really matters in the esports world. It does. I mean,
and it's unfortunate because I mean, having been part of like the esports scene and running a lot of different tournaments and stuff, we see that it's very volatile.
Yeah.
Where esports right now is in a spot where you don't really know what to expect, and again, you could win worlds and still get a pay cut. It's just because we don't really know where esports is headed. It's
Yeah.
a really strange thing to be a part of.
the industry is going through. I'm sure you guys are aware, but the esports industry is propped up by a lot of venture capitalist funds. So like
Yeah.
your Cloud9s, your TSMs, or whatever, they're not really turning a profit. I mean, we'll
Yeah.
get to this later, but FaZe is in the shitter in terms of its stock price and other
Yeah.
endeavors, like financial endeavors.
I mean, we've seen orgs like CLG that had both big names in League of Legends and Smash.
And Smash,
Yeah.
yes.
They're dead now.
Well,
Like they're just completely gone. We see a lot of orgs just they can't keep up. They don't make the profit.
Yeah.
They just don't make what they need to.
You can't win on prize money, or you can't stay afloat on
Yeah.
prize money and sponsorships alone.
100%.
And
We see a
it's-
lot of the orgs that do well are actually like the content creator ones.
Oh yeah, like Sentinels.
Yeah.
I don't even like I keep coming back to this, but yeah, Sentinels. It's like the one Valorant, organization that I actually like know because
Mm-hmm.
they're just Tens, Tarek, Shroud at some point, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like they just have all the big names on it. But I completely agree with Ethan. Like
Yeah. No, I agree.
it shouldn't be your skill should be the only thing that matters, which is why I love bringing Counter-Strike into everything, right?
Oh, of course.
But-
Yeah.
but
we,
yeah,
we know.
Valve,
We know.
Yeah, I know it's my personality pretty much, and failing classes, but
Oh yeah, I got you there. We have something in common that works.
yeah, hey, fist bump, right?
Yeah, I got
Yeah,
you, bro.
good
It's about
comms.
to be me. About to be me.
Hey, join the club, man. But Valve actually released. We don't have a media thing for this, but I'll just speak about it a little bit. Valve released about a month ago some updated changes to how the tournament structures will be working going forward in CS, which basically says, hey, no more partner leagues. You can't have any closed tournaments anymore. Which in my mind, it's not, oh, you pay your way into a franchise spot like with Overwatch, like with COD, with a little bit of CS. Like, your skill is the only thing that will matter. If you can make it past the open qualifiers, if you can make it to get an invite so that your world ranking is high enough, you're in the tournament based on your skill alone. Which, with this Ethan tweet, with the changes Valve are making, with the sort of general sentiment being like, wait, why do we have some awful players playing on the biggest stages making the most money when they aren't even the best in their game, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Like, it just doesn't make sense. Hopefully we're in for a bit of a reset in the scene. Personal opinion, of course.
Yeah. And to relate that to Smash, because I mean that's my personality. It's like we see a similar thing where sometimes there'll be really good players, but they're not perceived well by the community, and it takes a long time for them to get sponsorships. Not because they're bad, but because they either play a character that people don't like or stuff like that. We saw it a lot with Steve mains. It took them a long time. We had Onin, who won Super Smash Con 2022, the biggest tournament of all time for its time, and he still didn't get a sponsorship for like a long time. Like he 3-0'd MKLeo, which is like
a
very hard to do.
That's the one Smash player I know.
Yeah,
right?
no, like he had the he didn't lose a single set, won the entire tournament like it was nothing, and then nobody still wants to pick him up because like it's just like such a strange thing.
The optics kind of around him. Yeah. Now Steve is more or less OP or the best character in Ultimate, right?
Yes, he is the best character in Ultimate.
So just to deviate from the conversation a little bit, what makes him so good? Like I haven't played him at all.
The easiest way to say things is no other character in the game can create terrain.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Which is something that alone is unique, but then he also has mechanics that are anti-approach mechanics by building. So you can't approach him, but if you don't approach him, he mines and gets materials, so he becomes stronger if you don't approach him. So how do you fight the best character in the game if you can't approach him and you can't camp him?
That's actually crazy to think about. This
Yeah.
is like a first for Smash in a way, right?
And also
it pretty much is. Bayonetta was similar in a way, but Bayonetta had a lot more counterplay.
Yeah.
Steve and more. The thing with him is he has so many weird mechanics that are new to Smash, and they're not patching anything anymore. That there's a lot of bugs that have with him, and there's things that where if you put down a block as you're getting hit, you don't take knockback.
Damn.
So then you can just hit the opponent for hitting you in like certain situations.
Wow.
Like there's some really broken mechanics that are in the game. And it's not like you can ban the mechanics, which is what makes it tricky.
Yeah.
Because multi-hits and like smashes don't work. So how do you know if someone just fell out of the multi-hit because it didn't work or because Steve did the broken tech? You know? So it's like some things are really hard to implement into the game.
Yeah. You were going to say?
Also, so Steve has like really good frame data on some of his like special moves. So he has like this one move that's like a minecart, and a lot of Steve players like to use it.
That move, bro.
And so like when he gets like this gold item, the minecart becomes even like faster, and it also kills. And so like because Steve is able to like place the blocks and stuff, there's counterplay to this character, but he's able to mix up his options so much. It's like once you get past the first wall of counterplaying Steve, he can just switch up on you so fast. So it's like you have to be like on point when you're playing against this character.
So to go on to the minecart situation, if you were playing Smash and you were scared of a move because you didn't want it to hit you and kill you, what would you do?
I don't even know.
You would block. You would shield.
Or jump.
Minecart hits you through shield.
Hits through shield.
It's a command grab.
Yeah,
so
it's
if you
a
get out of the
moving
minecart,
command grab.
it grabs you, and then you can hit them again because they're in the minecart.
Yeah.
Wow.
So basically,
All right, so there's one good reason why I don't play Smash.
Yeah.
And that's a second really good reason right there.
No, the character's messed up, man.
It's okay though. I mean, as of recently, we've been seeing a lot of players prove that they can.
Yeah.
They can beat
There's
Steve.
like an effective
The
counter.
best player in the world is a Steve player.
Yeah.
But there's one player named Spargo who consistently beats him. He's the second best player
Power
in the
to
world.
him.
Yeah.
Well, with that being said, we got a little bit off topic.
Yeah,
so
enough
let's
Smash. My
hey,
bad,
no,
guys.
it's fine. It's kind of your expertise. That's why we brought you guys on. But let's move on to the next hot esports topic of the day. I guess not the Nets topic, but just sort of in line with the whole EG situation. It wasn't just Ethan. It was their entire starting roster.
Yeah.
You can see their entire Valorant, their world championship winning starting roster. They're allowed to explore their options. If they do stay with the org, they would be subjected to a significant pay cut. 4.3 million views. The reach on that, I mean,
saying a significant pay cut, like you can only imagine how much it is.
Yeah, if they're making $10,000 a month and you won the biggest tournament in Valorant, play for $2,500. They're not making $10K a month. Some of the best CS players in the world are making well north of $25 a month.
Yeah.
But just do it for pennies on the dollar, please, and still win, right? I completely understand them. I hope that they either work out a better deal or negotiate.
And the thing is, it's scary for the scene because now other people that are on other orgs are like, if we didn't even win the Worlds and the people that won the Worlds are getting a pay cut, what does this mean for us?
Yeah. I completely agree. It's like
It's scary.
it sends a massive shockwave through the scene. Like
Yeah.
I don't follow anyone on Valorant, but I heard this because people were just in the CS scene were retweeting it. Like that's some massive influence,
Yeah,
right?
I mean, 4.3 million views is insane.
You're not sleeping on that.
Yeah, and that came out, what, like 4 days ago? Like, that's insane.
Yeah. Wow, my time is flying.
I know.
All right. So, Valorant in shambles. Good to hear as a CS player. Sorry if you're a Valorant player.
I love my
Play
Valorant
the real
over
game.
and Overwatch player. Hey, Valorant.
Yeah, we're sorry, bud. Overwatch
Oh
League.
yeah, our scene
Yeah.
scene is not doing great right now.
I heard.
It's
yeah.
like
Esports as a whole is just.
It's in a rough spot because
Yeah.
now we're getting to the point where the people who've been investing money into these teams for the past decade are like, wait, when
Wait a
are we
minute.
actually going to start making money
Yeah.
off of this? And then all the teams are like, we don't have any money, right? Like it's the math just doesn't work out. I've heard rumors in the CS scene of people potentially starting to do like a pay-per-view stream. But how do you monetize an esports audience that is expected to get everything for free, right? Like I would be willing to pay $5 a month for access to a stream or something, but how many other people
are
would?
willing to do that.
Yeah, exactly. And it's not just CS; it's every other esport. Oh, my laptop just beeped. All right, moving on. Let's go to the next topic, Mr. Producer. So, everyone's favorite organization that Geo was meat riding last episode, FaZe Clan. Iconic name, COD, CS. What else are they known for?
I mean,
Being bankrupt?
FaZe Clan, to me.
Spargo and Smash.
Spargo and Smash.
He's-
Is he sponsored
yeah,
by
Yes,
FaZe?
he's sponsored by
Sweet,
FaZe.
sweet. So, as you guys can see here on the screen, the CEO, Lee Trink. That's a hell of a name.
Yeah.
Lee Trink has been terminated by the company effective immediately. And this might not be like groundbreaking news to you guys, but the thing that stuck out to me is if you...
Oh.
Okay, well, that's very relevant. Can we go to the... Yeah,
Oh.
damn, that is rough.
Minus 98%.
Yeah, esports org, by the way. Their peak was
God.
just, what is that, 15?
Thank
no, that's
God
like
I didn't invest in
$17.
them, bro.
$17.43 all-time high. And what are we at now? 0.19.
That's actually insane.
Yeah,
I'm
that's called-
someone who follows the market like a little bit. I'm
Yeah.
slightly invested.
Yeah.
But like
That's
That's
more or less
unheard
I
of.
was literally about to say that's more or less unheard of. Like, one, how does that happen? Two, how is FaZe that mismanaged? And three, you'd think they would have like put a plug on it at some point before 2023 when you saw it sliding past $1 when your
Yeah.
all-time high was 17. But going back to the tweet for a minute, we can shit on FaZe all we want. I wanted to point out that this tweet was released. I know I'm pointing to the screen, so sorry, stream.
5 days
But-
ago.
5 days ago at 8:40 p.m. on a Sunday. Who lays off their CEO at 8:45 p.m. on a Sunday?
yeah.
That's
Then
that's
you
just
wonder
one
if
thing
there's
that
more
stuck out to
going
me.
on, but that's something
Yeah.
else. Yeah.
There's clearly going to be restructuring. There's clearly something going wrong inside the team. We
Yeah.
don't know the details. I mean, my favorite news source, Jake Lucky on Twitter.
And to me, it's kind of sad because like FaZe Clan 10, 15 years ago was like the first esports org.
yeah.
They like had all these cool montages.
They were the pioneers,
They
more
were
or
the
less.
pioneers of the genre, and
Yeah.
like they did so much for the scene. But now they have like the worst rap ever.
yeah.
Because if you look at FaZe Clan, I mean, you look at their stock alone.
Yeah.
You don't even have to be in the esports scene. If you look at the stock, like that's crazy.
There's two things I want to bring up before we move off of the FaZe conversation. Feel free to add in as you
Yeah.
want. One, their CS team is still banking. They were the best CS team in the
Really?
world 2022. They are still extremely relevant, top 5 team, some of the best players in the world right now. So there's some silver lining. What I want to clarify is that the organization itself is in turmoil.
Yeah.
The teams, however, are a different story, especially the Counter-Strike team.
Yeah.
I don't have much expertise in the other ones. How's the Smash player
Smash-
doing?
Oh,
You said he was
Spargo,
like,
he's
He's the
doing-
second best in the world.
Okay.
Yeah, Spargo's second best player in the world, and what did he win recently? Delfino Maza.
Did he win Delfino Maza?
Yes, he did.
Okay.
So he.
where was
he-
that? And when was
Uh,
that?
It's a tournament in Mexico.
Mexico.
But
Oh, okay.
he.
No. Did he win that? Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he did.
He did.
Bro
but
leaning
yeah.
out of frame.
My bad. I was so caught
Yeah,
off
no,
guard.
so,
but
so
yeah,
shocked about that.
um,
yeah.
he was ranked this summer. They did like the Luma rankings.
Yeah.
Luminosity. They stepped in recently, and Luminosity's actually been doing a lot for Smash.
Mhm.
But they did a ranking, and he was ranked number 2. Unfortunately, at that same tournament, he got 49th,
Wow,
Yeah, he
that
got
is-
upset,
and that was like insane. Like everybody was in shambles.
Yeah.
and
He
he
left the venue, said nothing. Like I wouldn't blame him.
Yeah, no.
He
if
probably
you're-
got so many. He deleted Twitter for a week.
deactivated his Twitter.
Damn.
Yeah.
That
No.
takes a toll
Yeah.
on your mental
Yes.
regardless.
But I mean,
We're all human.
it was funny too, or not funny, I guess. But like he made a tweet saying that like he's gonna make sure by the time the next ranking comes out, he's gonna be like the best player in the world.
Yeah.
Hey.
And then he gets that placement, but his next major tournament after he claps back and gets first place.
The thing that the Smashing
It's
has
all
seen,
about
and
the
this is still
redemption.
kind of going off topic, but just to add on to it,
Yeah.
MKLeo was #1 for 5 years straight.
Really, that long?
Which in any other scene is unheard of to be the best for that long, uncontested.
Just straight dominance.
He is #1 or 2 at every single tournament for 4 years straight.
I still remember when he came onto the scene during Smash 4, and at that time Zero was still like the GOAT kind of. Like 87 win streak or something. I don't know. But, huh? I'm thinking of NIP. Excuse me, CS Influence, right? But, but yeah, like MK Leo, he was coming onto the scene. It's like, who's this 14-year-old kid dogging on everyone? Yeah. And then I guess I haven't been following the Smashing, but it seems like he's flourished.
He's
That's
very
insane
good. But
the
thing right now is it's like we don't have a defined best player, and that's been something in Smash that we've always had.
Yeah.
So everybody's like, who's the best player? This guy sucks. Blah 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 blah. Now if you get only top 8, you're like horrible. Like I don't even know how that makes sense.
Wow.
But like. It's crazy where that is, but that's completely off topic from what we're talking about.
Hey, that's fine. That's why we're here to see where the conversation takes us. Speaking of the conversation, Mr. Producer, I think we have a pretty spicy topic coming up next. I'd love to get onto that, please. So, sorry for the peeking. Everyone's favorite multi-billionaire, investor, founder, CEO, whatever you have, elongated muskrat, dated Amber Heard apparently, and you know what he said.
About this.
I did not either until I saw the tweet.
I knew about it.
This is probably the highlight of the podcast for me.
This is interesting.
let me just prep it up for us. New Elon Musk biography, which by the way is a really good read. Not just this part, but the entire thing. A lot of stuff in it. Reports he asked ex-girlfriend Amber Heard of the Johnny Depp trial fame, which happened actually in Fairfax, Virginia, which was pretty awesome. Well, awesome depending on how you define awesome.
It was cool to be a part of.
Yeah, exactly. He wanted her to cosplay Mercy from Overwatch. And I don't know about you. If you look at Amber Heard, I mean, I can kind of see it. But also, if you're made of money, just like get someone else to do it. I mean, I can get Amber Heard, but that's just the latest activities of our favorite multi-billionaire.
Yeah, no, I saw that. I saw it was tweeted like 3 days ago, and I was like, this is strange.
I
love that it says tweeted from Earth, by the way.
Yeah, I don't know how people do that.
I think it might. Yeah, I don't know.
But for me, it rode the line before I actually verified it. It rode the line between is this AI generated?
Yeah, no, 100%. I was like, this can't be real. And then I saw Elon Musk tweeted something.
Yeah, it's like, oh well.
Well, that's he tweeted a picture, yeah.
Yep, guilty as charged.
What the?
So I don't know if that's actually Amber Heard, but I don't know if that's appropriate to have on, but we'll go with it anyways. That's clearly a Mercy from Overwatch cosplay, in case you guys weren't aware. I'm imagining that's... Wait, he tweeted that. Elon Musk tweeted that.
Tweeted that.
Yo, he actually did it.
I was like, this isn't real. There's no way this is real. And then I saw Elon tweet that, and I'm like, oh my god.
Wow. Well, at least we know he's an Overwatch fan. Power to him, right?
Power to him. Hey, he's part of varsity, I guess.
Yeah, maybe we'll see him show up someday. Hey guys, anyone else?
Maybe we get him on the podcast next week.
Hey, Elon Musk, if you're watching,
if you're watching,
hit me up. I'll always listen.
You got the Mercy Pocket IRL.
Yeah.
Bro.
That's crazy though. That's actually a really good cosplay. Anyways,
he's got the money for it.
Yeah, I would expect nothing less. I believe we have another tweet we want to cover before we move on to general news.
That was just kind of interesting thing to talk about.
Oh my god. What is this? Yeah, that was a little tidbit. Now here's the meat and potatoes.
Oh no.
So I don't know anything about Halo, so forgive me if you play Halo, watch Halo, follow the scene or whatever. But let me give my best overview of the situation. Apparently, this Magic Moonshot person is. I don't know how much you guys know about this. So let me.
I've never seen this.
So
I just heard about this the other day.
Yeah. It's basically I believe it's a she, is a caster in the Halo scene. I'm not sure how prominent, I'm not sure how big in the Halo scene. It can't be that big. But basically, hello? I can't see anything. All right, sweet.
Sometimes it just goes down, but I think it's just on us.
All right, never mind then.
Yeah.
But yeah, so basically 4.3 million views. Yeah, she said that she's building out channels in her Discord for the ladies' scrims on Saturday. However, she loves and values all people, and as a Christian, which the red flags are now blaring. I'm not saying anything against Christians, but that's how you know a tweet's going to be fire, right? Mm-hmm. I believe God created people in his image as male and female. And then quotes Genesis, verse 5? I don't know. I'm not going to pretend to understand that.
I'm not a religious person.
Chapter 5, verses 1 to 2. Thank you, resident Christian in the room. Therefore, I will not be allowing trans players to participate. The last sentence. I will not be allowing trans players
to
participate in
After saying I love and value all people.
Yeah, that's kind of hypocritical, right?
Yeah.
So the way that this is strange to me is sports, like just traditional sports, has problems recently with allowing trans people to compete because biologically some of them are at an advantage.
Yeah.
But we don't have that problem in esports.
No,
because in esports it doesn't really matter who you are, what background you have, what experience you have. You can compete with the best.
Exactly.
Yeah. Which is why this is so strange to me.
Exactly. I'm not sure how quote unquote misogynistic the Halo scene is or whatever.
Yeah.
But I would like to bring a personal anecdote from the CS scene in. There's this Well, it's supporting it's supporting the conversation. Basically, there's the female scene in Counter-Strike.
Yeah.
It's sort of organized as called ESL Impact or the Impact League, right? It's female-only teams. Usually, like if you might have heard of CLG Red if you follow the Counter-Strike scene at all, but basically it's like their female roster. They had a CLG team, but CLG Red. There's a number of the other Counter-Strike female-only rosters like Nigma Galaxy. I think they're the best one. Spirit Women. I think just there's a number of teams, and they're all pretty good players. Obviously, they're not competing in the same tournaments as men, but they have their own league where they compete. They have
and
championships.
They're still like competing.
They're getting the team experience. They're playing and they're getting better at the game while playing not like literally the best players in the world.
Yeah.
But on to that topic, they're the best female player, widely considered the best female player of last year, was this Brazilian player called Olga. Now, she is a trans woman, I believe. And it's like, sure, she's a trans woman, whatever her history is. She's still dominating UNCS.
Yeah, like the thing is with esports, and what I've loved so much, and why specifically I love the Smash scene, is it doesn't matter who you are.
Exactly.
If you are the best player, you're the best player.
Yeah.
And that's why I love it so much. In the Smash scene, we have a lot of people that are trans, a lot of people that are non-binary and completely different backgrounds. But everybody doesn't care, because when you go in the room of the tournament, it doesn't matter what you look like, it doesn't matter how you act. You're just there to play Smash Bros. And everybody has one thing in common, and that's why I love it so much. So seeing something like this, to me, is really just catches me off guard. It really stands out.
It's more or less divisive. As you can see, what is it? 2.8 thousand likes to 2,900 quotes. That is not a good ratio at all.
That's actually a
4.3 million. Yeah, that's ratio in the worst way possible.
Yeah.
So if you're in the Halo scene, there were not if you're in the Halo scene, but there are another set of words are difficult. Set of associated tweets, basically of every organization she was associated with, that just dropped her. It's like, we don't stand for this. Like I saw like 5
and
tweets
I don't blame them.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're in the esports scene right now, it's already a volatile scene. Having something like this, it just adds so much more uncertainty. Like, you just don't want a loose cannon like this to represent you.
And I mean, there's one thing to having your own opinions and believing in what you believe, but if you just drop this, like, what do you think's going to happen?
Well,
It's happened countless times before in other esports. Someone has a divisive opinion. Oh yeah, let me drunk post it on Twitter at midnight. Surely this won't be an issue, right?
That's the thing.
They wake up, their career is gone.
People can think what they want, and I don't really care about that.
Yeah.
But when you go onto Twitter and blast this, I will not be allowing trans players to participate.
What do you think's going to happen?
After saying that I love and value all people, and then like what do you expect to gain out of that?
You're literally
support, or like
you're teeing people up to just dunk on you, right?
It's just like you're just like going loose into battle, expecting to like die on a hill, but like it just is what it is.
Yeah. Well, that's certainly a tweet to end the recent news on. Is there anything else that we want to cover in terms of esports news right now?
I mean, I think that's pretty much everything the last week that we've talked over.
All right. Let's move on to GMU Esports news really quick, just covering up some matches and some recent and upcoming results. Starting off, do we have anything? What's going on in the Smash world? What's the most recent result?
Well, Smash team competed yesterday against Fisher University. We just saw that they signed top 50 players in the world. Jackal. Who else did they sign?
I don't know.
There were like 2 top 50 players. 2 top 50 players, and then like a bunch of other good players, but we don't have to fight them. Unfortunately, last night we did not win. However, part of it, I didn't want to blame it on lag, because the other team played really well. And shout outs to Fisher, you guys did play really well last night. But I think we can both agree that match was not fun. The lag was atrocious, like half a second of delay until the last 2 matches, literally like the last 20 minutes.
Yeah.
We were in the Discord and like the team chat for over an hour trying to figure out lag tests and stuff like that. So it was an experience to be a part of. Hopefully we get the run back on them eventually, but for now we did take the L.
Well, hey, sometimes that's the way she goes. 2 things. Mr. Producer, there's a NACE page. Can we just get the entire list of GMU matches for upcoming in the past week so we have something to reference? Because I'll be honest, I don't know these off the top of my head. Did you compete last night?
Me? Oh no, I'm on the B team for Smash, and our season doesn't start until next week.
What league are you guys competing in? Varsity Plus?
Yeah.
Okay, sweet. Oh, so it does start next week.
Yeah, it starts next week.
See, CS's Varsity Plus hasn't started yet.
Okay.
The rosters or the registration's still open, so I don't even know when the season starts.
Okay.
Yeah, but so Smash, what are your guys' upcoming? You said your default time is Thursdays. Default day.
Thursdays are when we play matches. Fridays, actually in a few hours, are when we do BMS.
Oh, true. Yeah.
That's our big event, and I think tonight might be a lighter one, only like 100 people.
Yeah.
Only 100.
Still, that's a massive
But
goal.
this semester's been really great for BMS, and a huge shout out to everybody coming out. It's been wonderful to be part of and to run.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So do you compete in BMS or are you
I
just
do.
TO?
I compete, but I don't have enough time to practice anymore. I'm so much more on the managerial side. You'll eventually learn, but to become manager to get washed at your game is a true
there.
combo.
It's there, yeah. So what's the best league? I'm assuming you enter in BMS.
Oh,
I asked him that earlier.
So I've been dodging for the last couple of weeks.
Dodging me.
Bro, you're pretty much a fraud at this point.
I'm not a fraud.
Yeah,
I'm just
show
I'm
up to
just
BMS.
busy. I'm just
Yeah,
busy.
Everyone says they're busy, bro.
I'm just busy.
I mean,
What's
start of
your-
the
what's
semester busy is crazy.
It is, honestly. It's not looking good right now. What's the highest you've placed at BMS?
Third.
Ultimate.
Yeah.
My man.
I beat
He's just like that.
Montrose, only losing to Montrose again in losers and Alternus. But yeah.
Sweet. Well, there's a revenge arc somewhere in there, right?
Yeah, something like that. If I play, I could do better, but
Yeah.
I'm so happy with being like the person that runs everything and just managing it, and
It's fun.
it's been so fun to be a part of that. Like, I don't really care about doing well anymore. I still love playing the game, but it's not like my.
You're sitting there grinding for 10 hours a day.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. I've also just been like, when it comes to at least playing games, like competitive games, I've just been putting my focus on other things right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Because you're on Smash B team. Are you on the Overwatch team?
No, I'm
Or you just play it for
I'm
fun?
on the club team for Overwatch.
Okay.
I'm on the gold team.
Sweet. Well, do you guys have any officials coming up that we could tune into? You know anything about your season just yet?
I don't. We're just doing scrims.
Yeah.
At the moment.
I don't know if you guys will have streamed matches.
I have no
for a
idea.
club team, I wouldn't be sure.
Probably not.
I know, speaking to Counter-Strike, as that's what I do, we have a match coming up tonight against Rowan Gold. They're a team. They have a mix of level 10s, level 6s, level 3s. Really, they have 10 people on their team, so I don't know who they're going to put on. But it's tonight, 7 p.m. You can tune in on this stream right here, GMU Esports. Tune in, show our boys in black some support. They're not in black, they're in green and gold. And then our B team is getting into action next week, I believe.
Yeah.
So things are looking good for Counter-Strike. We don't have a current list of upcoming and results just yet, but is there anything else that you know off the top of your head?
I think not really, but if you check our socials, we'll be posting upcoming matches going on.
Very true.
So if you are interested in catching up with us and seeing how we're doing, just keep up with our socials, our Twitter, our all that stuff. So.
Oh, one thing I did want to bring up: our Rocket League team and Valorant. No, Valorant's not there.
No,
it's just Rocket League.
Rocket League. Yeah.
Just Rocket League is currently competing at the Hue tournament
Yes,
up in
Hue Fest.
Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. You can follow along on our Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, the whole 9 yards. We're posting daily updates. Our Rocket League has gotten off to and admittedly a flat tire start. Get it?
Good
Hey, I don't want to hear it, man. You're back there.
Whoa,
Yeah.
be
Got
nice,
the
be
whole
nice.
squad laughing.
Off the dome. I believe they lost their first 3 matches in more or less
really?
convincing fashion against Marymount, some other teams, but they'll be bouncing back.
They're setting up for the comeback.
Exactly. They're putting themselves in the position to have the best Cinderella run of all time.
Yep.
That's all I'm concerned about.
Yeah.
But-
They're in the position. Let's just see what they make of it. Yeah.
But yeah, send them your best wishes. The
Yep.
luck they need, all the luck they can get. Realistically, I think that's about it. Is there anything else you guys want to add to the conversation before we pack this up?
Oh yeah, sure. I'll add one thing.
Yeah.
Okay. If any of you are into fighting games, GMU is bringing back the rollback, which is the Fighting Game Weekly. It'll be Monday nights at 7
In
here, in person, not online anymore.
Yeah.
In person at the SI.
So what kind of fighting games are you guys playing?
So
What's the roster? I guess the lineup.
for our lineup, we have Street Fighter 6 and Guilty Gear Strive, and
Sweet.
depending on how big the event gets, we might add more games.
And that's the biggest thing. If you aren't a Guilty Gear or Street Fighter player, but you still love fighting games, show up, support, and give us feedback on what games you want. Because esports right now, especially like at a college level, is entirely about interest. So if you want your game to be seen and played, just show us interest, and we can make it happen.
I could not have said it better. Like CS, I bring CS into everything. I'm sorry, but CS, like last semester, we barely scraped together 2 teams, right? And over the summer, and with CS2 coming around the block, we had a surge of interest, and now our community is thriving. We're getting bigger every day. Like, if you like the game you play, there is someone else. There is a community for you.
Yeah.
So just don't be shy. If you play fighting games like Guilty Gear Strive, any others, show up to the tournament. So show some support. I mean, you're on campus, you're making friends, you're playing the game you like. It really doesn't get much better than that.
Yeah.
You go out to JC afterwards, get some Panera. Really, life is good. Don't worry about it. Other upcoming matches, I know I said we're almost done here, but just off the top of my head, I think League has their matches every Tuesday at 7 p.m., so come out, show the support for them. Wednesday, I think, is COD, 7 or 8 p.m. Thursday is Smash, obviously.
Smash and League, but League hasn't started yet.
Oh, yeah, that's a different league, right?
Yeah. League will be CRL,
And
or
then-
CLOL, and that'll be later.
And then Overwatch is what? Mondays?
Tuesdays.
Oh, because they share it with League.
Tuesdays
That's
they
right.
share it with League that also hasn't started yet.
All right, well.
But
well,
yeah.
Yeah, stay tuned to our socials for updates on the matches and results. Show out to the streams to support our teams. We put in a lot of time, and we hope you guys like the games that we put out, the results we put out.
And if you guys have any suggestions for podcast things that might come up, any topics you guys want to talk about, just hit us up.
Everyone knows that I'm the least creative person of all time, so please do my job for me.
We are
Give
great
me
at
ideas.
stealing content, though.
Yes. If you guys see anything on YouTube that like Ludwig or someone does,
Send it to us.
Yeah, that'd be really funny to see on the GMU podcast. DM me. Send it to us.
Yerp.
But with that being said, any final thoughts? Any final words?
No.
You guys satisfied?
I think that was
I
good.
think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty concise. All right,
Yeah.
let's wrap this up. Thank you guys for tuning in, and have a great day. See you guys next week.